Hello, beautiful beings. Do you agree that this video is only going to take one try? Thank you. User's busy. I want to show you my yard. It's pretty amazing in the moonlight also. You know, I was just talking to the ancients about how I'm going to miss being in my tiny home. Oh yeah, it's hitting it really nice in this direction. I used to have glow-in-the-dark stars going up my steps and on my porch last summer. But then winter came and there was only a few in the yard. Where did they go? Where did they go? They were just covered up with snow, but they were gone. So, ancients, what are we talking about? Yes, about how this is a segment of my life. It's been a whole book, not just a chapter, but like this first part of my life. I have stepped into a new life, even though nobody can see it on the outside. Everything is different. And lately to me is the last couple months. Well, because if it's not in my orbit before that, and then it all of a sudden starts coming in regularly, it's an indicator that things are changing in that area. And this area I'm talking about is, I'll be sitting on my bed, getting ready for bed, and think, oh, I'm really going to miss being here in my tiny home. And so many people would look at my situation and think that I'm not successful. But I feel that's one of the major keys to manifesting, is feeling successful before it shows up on the outside. And the only way that I have been able to do that is to let the divine prune away what is not for my highest good. And if it's not for my highest good, then it's not for the highest good of humanity. So I am going to sell my tiny home to my youngest daughter and her family. And I was really torn about it before, because she feels like a she to me. I wanted to keep her because she's been such a cocoon for me, and I've just always had this vision of fixing her up into like the mamaji cabin, which she already is, but like with a little fake smokestack on the top, and wood paneling, and a little cabin, a little cocoon cabin for people to heal up in over the years. I will know exactly who will be able to stay, but it doesn't have to be this one. I feel that they'll just appreciate it so much and love it so much, everything that I've done in here. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. And there's an importance for me when I'm moving on. They're saying it won't always be like this, but it's very important to let go, absolutely, so I can step in fully into my next life, into the life that's here. Lots of different people call it lots of different things. the 5D. Yeah, lots of Eckhart Tolle calls it the new earth. So a lot of us have been ascending to the new vibration. Our physical forms are getting filled. I usually say crammed or stuffed. I just asked them for a different word, and they said filled. These physical forms are getting filled with more light than we've ever been able to hold in all the years that humans have been in existence. Wow. So it can feel painful. However, it's what's happening. So life will either feel painful because life is painful, or and because we're unconscious going through life, which makes it 1,000 times more painful, or we'll have some growing pains as we're outgrowing who we're not. So it's so beautiful to me how my gift of discernment has gotten so sharp that I know when more and more people are coming for satsang, and I live in a tri-city area. I know a lot of people. I've been in this area since 1996. And so when more and more people start coming, people that think they know me from 1996, people will come out of the woodwork. I've seen it in many downloads over the years, and I've heard it from my intuitive tarot readers that have helped light my path. And there was a time in my ascension that I would have felt like satsang, I have to try to help everybody. But I'm so deeply grateful that even if I thought I was ready, I knew that it was divine timing. And thank goodness for divine timing. They've showed me The Secret a couple times. And in one part, he's saying, aren't you grateful that we don't have instant manifestation? Yes, there was a time that I wasn't grateful for it. And I heard somebody say something about divine timing and how it will always have the essence of waiting. No, it doesn't. It only has the essence of waiting, or the feeling of waiting, to the persona, to the conditioned mind. Divine timing is our natural state of being. So once we get settled into it fully, remember it fully, it doesn't, it obliterates resistance. So on the way to settling in, there will be a lot of shedding involved back to divine timing, which is always here. So there's no going back to it. But there is in this case, because we've all been conditioned for lifetimes to not be in our natural state of being. It's so cool to me how all of a sudden, soul tribe members I'm connected to, I feel incredibly connected to, we all go radio silent at the same time. I've noticed that. We all have the same physical ailments at the same time also. Yeah, fascinating. There's an ebb and flow. There appears to be to everything. And it used to bother me so much so which would be which? Ebb. So when the tide is coming in, that would feel more abundant, they're saying. When it goes out, ebbing, right? When it goes out, then it's like, oh, my mind, and if you followed me for any length of time, that was one of the biggest thoughts that would come in that I would get knocked unconscious by is, there's nothing happening. I haven't thought that for a very long time now, at least a year. Yeah, because, and I'm feeling that energy right now. Oh, it's almost a full moon too, but I'm feeling the energy so differently than I ever have, because one reason is because there's so much less mental activity attached to any intensity about any type of physical intensity, energetic intensity. I finally realized that the thoughts that would automatically come with it, in with it, just seemed so logical that I was automatically giving my attention to them. But they were just more thoughts, and they were adding to. This may seem elementary to you, but it has taken me an incredibly long time shifting from knowing certain things to shifting and knowing, like being that. And so now, if I feel intensity in energetic intensities, I'm very new at how I'm feeling it, how I'm experiencing. They're saying how I'm experiencing energies. I don't feel slayed by them at all. If anything, it feels like, yes, that I'm more energized by them. But there's like a full moon energy coming in, but there's also, what is the intensity from? Oh, my divine partner. I thought there was something specifically, but it just I feel so detached from it now. Not in a flat line detached, but a witnessing detachment effortlessly, and it's very beautiful to witness life. And you know, some that are listening are already used to seeing basically with their third eye all the time. Like when I am seeing things, it's in here, even though I'm not looking out here anymore. You know what I'm talking about. I'm seeing inside, but not inside here. I'm seeing how would I say that perfectly? Perfectly. Insight. Wow. I can think I know what they're going to say. That's why it's so imperative that I let all of that go. Any ideas that I have around what it is. What would be the point in asking them if I didn't get out of the way so I could have their answer? Because their answer, oh, that's why I've worked so diligently all these years to, and it's been for my highest good. Isn't that so beautiful? Everybody's highest good, they're saying, to get out of the way but still be involved, but to have divine wisdom come through, uh, unobstructed as possible. So insight, that's one way to say it. There's many different ways, but that's absolutely perfect. Thank you, ancients. So if you're not feeling successful, uh, for me, if I wasn't feeling successful right now, it's because my mind still had a hold of it, what success looks like. We are on planet Earth, and nobody has any idea what it's supposed to look like. So I've had a calling ever since I was tiny, and I'm hearing it loud and clear, and it's just unfolding. I've never felt this relaxed in my whole life, even at work, even when the vacation rentals everybody slept in, when I was stressing out, crying, so stressed out for the last 4 years doing this until recently. I had my shift. I remember exactly where I was vacuuming at the lake house. I had my shift, and I realized that I wasn't running out of time, and that it was during shedding people pleasing and overextending. And I didn't realize that I was doing that at my job. I had self imposed it on myself. Wow, I have so much time to clean those vacation rentals. You know, the lake house has taken me up to 4 minutes before the guests get there. It took me the whole 7 hours at times, and I was just an absolute wreck. But it took me that long this time. Of course it did. It already took me that long this summer once, because I needed that pop quiz to see how much resistance I have released around it. And I was amazed that I stayed calm the entire time. One time I went out and looked at the lake and took a few deep breaths and went back in, and the key is to stay right where I am. The second my mind goes out to what I have left to do, nope, no, I refuse. But there was a long time where it felt insurmountable. It didn't feel like I could not think about that when it would come in, because that's what was happening, don't you know? But that's where the anxiety was coming from. And the feeling, the overextending was really wanting people to be able to check in early. And if I could do it, I was going to do it. And I would get people in up to 2 hours early, which is huge. You know, summertime, it stays light for a long time here in Montana, and they would have a lot of time to go play. No, no, absolutely not. I don't have to sacrifice my well being because, yeah, that's right. Bottom line is divine timing is when I am working at a nice steady pace, but I'm completely relaxed. Then it works out perfectly for everybody. Yeah, if I cracked the screen of my phone last summer because I was letting a man bully me, a man guest. I knew that he was lying to me. Yeah, even our positioning. I was standing on this spiral staircase down from him, and he was standing above me, looming above me. No, no, no. She told us we could be here right now and we could come in the house. Anyway, so it's so beautiful because, I mean, a whole year ago, that's a lot of work on not reacting, not getting bullied, trusting my gift of discernment, my intuition, all of that. That's a lot of practice. So, and I am not surprised when I get a pop quiz either, big ones. And the calmness remains. Very, very beautiful. Today I was noticing that this would have been one of those times where I may have had a dip. I can't really explain why. Maybe a couple tarot readings that I listened to earlier today. I was just like, wow, these are not pertaining to my life anymore. One of my soul tribe members, he's on a pilgrimage, and he's been offline for 5 or 6 days now. And his readings have really, 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 they've been like personal readings to me. So, Witch and Scythe Tarot also. But the rest of them, no, no, they're not, it's not resonating at all. The ones that resonate with me are all about relaxing into what's here, receiving, no resistance to what is. And it's just, it's very beautiful that over these years, these intuitive tarot readers have gotten me to a certain place, just like any other teacher that I would have come in. Guide. We like the word guide much better. We're guides. Just beautiful. They're with me for a certain length of time, and then I outgrow them. Thank goodness. Which everybody should. Everybody won't outgrow me in that way, but that's the goal. If there is a goal, I don't expect you to be with me forever. We do not expect that at all. That would mean, well, okay, so there's another paradox, right? Because some soul tribe members are coming in right now that are going to be with me for the rest of my days. I have a long time left because I'm going to be 105 years old when I drop this physical form. I've known that since I was 5. My grandmother told me when she dropped her physical form. So, what was the point of that? When I say it, when it comes up, I always see the what happened that night when I was 5. It's like it happened last night. It's so vivid to me. It was always real. That's what visitations are, they're saying. That's how we know. If you're wondering, did I have a visitation? Yes. It's so real. It's a memory. It's different than just a dream. Yeah, this is a visitation. So okay, where were we going with that? This is the very first time I think that I bunny trailed. Okay, don't even call it that. Okay. Nope. No labels. So, yes. So it's so beautiful how certain guides come in, and my guides, specifically Eckhart, Muji, Ramana Maharshi, Paramahansa Yogananda, they've all taught me that it's only the ego identity that would think that people should stay with me forever. No, I thought that I would always, always, always listen to Muji, because I did right in the beginning. I mean, him and Papa G, 24/7. They were my lifeline for a couple years. And slowly but surely, around 3 years, I started, well, and I was listening to Eckhart that whole entire time also. He hasn't left my side. However, it was Muji, 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 because he's the one I remembered with. And he could bring me right back to, well, Eckhart too, could too. But okay, so, uh, it was like I was falling in love with presence, with my own true nature. I hadn't seen presence for so long, and I had remembered it and recognized my own true nature. And it was like all these beautiful guides had got me there, Eckhart included. I mean, majorly. Abraham Hicks. So many books, so much self help, so much therapy. Everybody helped me get to the place that I remembered. I was able to remember. And there's a season for teachers that come for guides that come in. That's right. So, the fewer labels I have, the better. And I'm so grateful I know that. I don't just know that in my mind. It used to just tear me up when people would come in, and I had this idea of all these people with me, because I've seen it so much, because I know what's coming. I know what's here. So a long time ago, people would come in, and I thought they were going to be there forever, but no. For a very long time, they were major lessons. Through this ascension. That's the way it needs to be for a while, depending on who you are and how much conditioning you have to overcome. It's all custom made for our highest good. And if it's for our highest good, it's for the highest good of humanity. I feel like somebody just said that with me. So, I just love it so much, because like my soul tribe members, like I was talking about, we're just not feeling the same resistance that we were before to life, to things that happen. And oh, beautiful. One more thing. Okay. So I've really been really working out since January specifically. Since January specifically, I've been working on being consistent. If you don't have misophonia, you have no idea what it's doing to me internally. You'd be like, oh my God, you're doing such a great job. You're doing so great with that. Yeah, no amount of logic. Well, I mean, I guess there is some. No amount of logic can stop the rageful feelings that come in when there's repetitive, sharp noises that happen. Even being tugged on a leash brings up that same feeling inside. Yeah, it's called misophonia. So I've been working on it for a very long time, even though I didn't know what it was. I've been working on not reacting to it when it happens. Because there's usually, a dog or a person or somebody involved. And I don't want to react and hurt people. Because I don't want to react and hurt people, and because I don't want to get hurt myself from reacting. Look, she's going to hold it for me. Agents, is that it? I just feel like we've gotten to the place where we're just not resisting what is. And I'm pretty sure I just said that, but It just feels so wonderful that so many of us know that we are receiving what we've been working so hard for, and then some, they're saying. And all we have to do, they're saying, is just don't think about it. Whatever the it is, just don't think about it. And if your head, I mean, you probably want to get it checked out, but if your head ever itches and it feels like there's bugs all over it, specifically on top, that's crown chakra activity. And that's a really good thing. I get to hold satsang every single day of my life now. Isn't that just absolutely, what a gift. What a gift. And I have been saying this way before I actually was holding satsang with many people every day. Yeah, I get to hold satsang with 2-3 people a day now, sometimes more, but at least once every single day. They're saying this isn't something that, even though I am helping manifest it, this isn't something I just thought up one day and decided I wanted to do. This is my purpose. This is why Ocean gave birth to me. That's why she was my portal to come here, is to hold satsang with people, to help beautiful beings remember that they're not actually people. Yeah, life is so much more fun. I almost said funner because I used to have a coworker. Man, he was a big lesson. I passed it with flying colors, though. I really did. It was a lust lesson for sure. He used to be a coworker of mine. I did maintenance at many different apartment buildings, apartment complexes. My favorite thing was to plow snow. I will again someday. I will have my own truck and my own plow. And I used to say funner, and it'd make him so mad. He was just like, funner is not a word. My head is really itching right now. Crown chakra. I'm like, if I'm saying it, it must be a word. But life is a lot more fun without a lot of mind activity. Yeah, and I noticed today that my mind was getting hold of working out. Thank you, ancients. Because if you don't know me at all, I've been recovering from anorexia for over 30 years now, and I always wanted to be a bodybuilder, but my mind got a hold of it, and no, I haven't been allowed to even entertain being a bodybuilder for a really, really long time, because anytime I would focus on my body, it would, just like smoking marijuana, I used to get off balance with it all the time. But everything is coming into focus and into balance. And that's the way it is with working out now too. I work out every other day. I do a full body workout. I stretch every single day. I've been doing a 7 essential stretches Mad Fit challenge. I missed 3 days last month, so I started again July 1st. Hang on, bud. July 1st, doing the 7 essential stretches Mad Fit, if you want to look it up, every single day for the whole month. And already, just doing it last month and missing 3 days, I actually only missed 2 days because I stretched twice the next day. I can get out of bed so much easier. I can get out of bed like 98% better in the morning since I started doing those stretches. And it only takes like 10 minutes, 12 at the most. Come on, bud. Good boy. Where do you want to be? You want to get there? I said, good baby. Go ahead, get up. Good boy. I'm going to open this up here real quick. Is there anything else we're going to talk about? Oh my gosh. It was locked. It was locked. So I'm not saying that I'm going to be a bodybuilder. when I was 15, I had pictures of bodybuilder women, Rachel McClish and Corey Everson on my wall. And yeah, Scott Baio too, but mainly just female bodybuilders. I'm not going to be a bodybuilder. I'm not going to go to that extreme for myself. However, instead of fat, like I've been trying to fill out my meat suit, instead of trying to fill it out with fat, I'm going to fill it out with muscle. And I already eat incredibly healthy. The only thing that I've cut out, the only thing that I've changed about my eating lately has been I've cut out sweets. I haven't been having any ice cream specifically, no candy, nothing like that. I've got some amazing super dark fudge chocolate protein bars instead, and I haven't been eating waffles at night. So yeah, I'm feeling really good in my meat suit and really super strong. I just went and got a set of 12-pound weights about 3 weeks ago now, and I can use them for almost the entire workout, whatever the workout is that I do. I am still, I believe in, we have all the time in the world. I don't believe in just going all, I believe in ancients. What am I trying to say here? I call it starting out wimpy. And I've been going wimpy for years, and it's just been recently that I've really, really ramped up what I'm doing. And I jumped from 8 pounds to 12 pounds. And I feel really, really good about that. And I'm seeing some really great results. And I went and got some protein peptide along with my my really good protein that I have. It's all got to be chocolate. So I think I'm just kind of rambling now. Ancients, are we done? I'm gonna go eat and give myself a mani pedi. If you feel like you are not successful, what do we want to say about that? It's important to not judge ourselves based on what it looks like in the world to be successful. And it takes some practice, but it's pretty much imperative. If somebody looked at my channel, which they do, and they see how many subscribers I have, my beautiful, unique unicorn subscribers, they would think, oh, yeah, she's not very successful, is she? She's not doing too good. Oh, and then they look at the date that I started. Oh, wow, she's been at it for a long time, too. No, this is a part of my ascension. It has helped so much to record these videos. So much. Huntsy, I really hope that you got my emails. Okay, that's it for now. Satsangwithmamaji at gmail.com. We love you so much.